The world held its breath as the alien vessel entered Earth's orbit. Sleek, shimmering, and unlike anything humanity had ever seen, the ship hovered silently above the planet's surface. Across continents, billions gazed skyward, their emotions ranging from awe to apprehension. The Zilari, an advanced species from the distant star system Thalor, broadcast a message in perfect universal translation. Their voice was calm, resonant, and reassuring. We come in peace. We seek knowledge and cooperation. World leaders gathered quickly, forming a united front to respond. Humanity, long fractured by conflict and mistrust, now faced a defining moment. The Zilari's arrival was both a challenge and an opportunity in the sprawling halls of the United Nations. Representatives debated and strategized. Dr. Alina Ramirez, a leading xenolinguist, stood among them. She had spent years preparing for this moment. We must approach with openness, but remain cautious. Their technology is beyond anything we know, yet their intentions are unproven. Across the globe, scientists scrambled to establish communication. Protocols decode Zilari data streams and understand their technology. Humanity's best minds worked in unison, a rare but necessary collaboration. The Zilari sent emissaries to Earth's major cities, offering gifts of knowledge, advanced medicine, energy solutions, and new materials. The promise of a brighter future sparked hope among the masses. Yet beneath the excitement, a subtle tension lingered. Some questioned whether humanity was ready to embrace such profound change. Others warned of hidden motives in a secret underground facility. Dr. Ramirez and her team discovered something unexpected, a pulse of energy emanating from deep beneath the Earth's crust. This energy did not match any known source. Curiosity piqued, the team launched an expedition. As they drilled deeper, they unearthed an ancient artifact carved from a material unknown to science. Its surface glowed faintly, pulsing with a rhythm that felt almost alive. The Zilari took notice. Their calm demeanor shifted to quiet concern. Their scientists analyzed the artifact remotely and found it unlike anything in their records back on Earth. News of the discovery spread quickly, igniting public imagination. What was this relic? How had humanity, despite its struggles, come to possess something so powerful and mysterious? Dr. Ramirez presented her findings to a global council. This artifact represents a power humanity once possessed but deliberately left behind. It predates all known civilizations and technologies. We are standing at the threshold of uncovering a past we never imagined. The Zilari emissaries requested access to the artifact. The council debated fiercely, torn between cooperation and protection. In the end, a decision was made. A joint human-Zilari research team would study the relic, fostering trust and shared discovery. As the teams began their work, strange phenomena occurred. Electronic devices flickered, compasses spun wildly, and some humans reported vivid visions of distant stars, forgotten knowledge, and untapped potential. The energy from the artifact began to ripple through Earth, subtly awakening something within humanity itself. The Zilari watched closely, their initial confidence replaced by growing unease. What had they truly awakened? Humanity was about to remember. The ancient artifact pulsed with a quiet energy beneath the surface, its mysterious power slowly reaching outward like the first tendrils of dawn. The joint research team comprised of Earth's brightest minds and the most skilled Zilari. Scientists gathered around the relic in the high-security lab beneath the Himalayas. Dr. Alina Ramirez studied the glowing patterns etched on the artifact's surface. Despite the centuries that separated their civilizations, the Zilari researchers struggled to decode the intricate symbols. Yet, their advanced technology only confirmed what the humans had already begun to suspect. This artifact was far older than either species could imagine. Lieutenant Kale, a Zilari physicist, leaned forward. Our scans reveal that the artifact emits a unique form of energy, something we have never encountered. It is not purely technological or biological, but a combination that defies our understanding. Alina nodded. It feels almost ... alive. Like it's waiting for something or someone. Over the following weeks, the team pushed the boundaries of their instruments. The artifact responded to stimuli: light, sound, electromagnetic pulses, its glow, intensifying in complex patterns. With each experiment, the joint scientists uncovered fragments of an ancient code embedded within the relic. Then, a breakthrough, as Dr. Ramirez activated a sequence of energy pulses. The artifact projected a three-dimensional map of stars, planets, and vast swaths of unexplored space. A faint voice echoed in the lava language long lost to time, but somehow recognizable to the human researchers. It spoke of an ancient human civilization that once wielded unimaginable power, capable of shaping worlds and bending energy too. Their will. The Zalari scientists exchanged uneasy glances. The humans, long thought a fledgling species, carried a legacy that rivaled or perhaps even surpassed their own. Back on Earth, subtle changes began to appear among the population. Ordinary individuals experienced inexplicable moments of heightened perception. A child instinctively solving complex equations. A farmer sensing changes in the weather with uncanny accuracy. An artist channeling emotions into breathtaking creations. It was as if something dormant within humanity had begun to awaken. Meanwhile, reports arrived from around the globe. Ancient ruins, long dismissed as myth or folklore, suddenly revealed hidden chambers and inscriptions resonating with the same energy signature as the artifact. The relic's influence was stirring a connection across time and space. The Zalari emissary, Ambassador Teaser, voiced his concerns during a meeting with Earth's leaders. Your species is awakening a force you barely understand. This power was sealed away for a reason. We must proceed with caution. Dr. Ramirez disagreed. Humanity's history has been fragmented by fear and forgotten knowledge. This awakening could be the key to our survival and to forging a future among the stars. The debate grew heated. Some feared the unknown, others saw opportunity in secret. A faction within the Zalari military began to plot, wary of the implications. If humanity truly possessed such ancient power, the balance of the galaxy could shift dramatically, deep beneath. The artifact's resting place, the energy pulsed stronger. The lines between past and present began to blur, and the dormant potential within humanity stirred, ready to awaken fully. The question hung in the air: would humanity control this power, or would it control humanity? The artifact's energy had begun to ripple beyond the research facility, spreading like a silent wave through Earth's crust and atmosphere. At first, the changes were subtle, fleeting glimpses of memory or instinct, sudden flashes of understanding that could not be explained by science. But soon, the phenomenon became impossible to ignore. In small towns and bustling cities alike, individuals reported experiences that defied logic. Farmers felt the earth beneath their feet pulse with life, sensing the subtle shifts of seasons before they arrived. Children began speaking in languages no one had taught them, drawing complex star maps with ease. Artists and musicians found inspiration flowing through them in a way that transcended human emotion, crafting works that resonated deeply with all who experienced them. Dr. Alina Ramirez was both amazed and concerned. She monitored these reports carefully, compiling data and interviewing those affected. It's as if something ancient has been reawakened within humanity, a deep reservoir of knowledge and power we had forgotten. The Zalari scientists grew uneasy. Their advanced sensors detected a unique bioenergetic signature spreading within human population's energy that the Zalari called etheric resonance, a form of power the Zalari themselves only theorized about. Lieutenant Kale addressed. the human and Zalari team during a tense briefing. This awakening is unprecedented. Your species is demonstrating abilities tied to the artifact's energy abilities that verge on what we might call psionic. Such power is rare and dangerous if uncontrolled. In response, Dr. Ramirez proposed a controlled study, bringing volunteers from around the world to the Himalayan facility. Those who exhibited heightened abilities were trained to harness their emerging talents under careful supervision. Among them was Maya, a young woman from a remote village who suddenly found she could manipulate electromagnetic fields, bending light and sound around her. Another was Thomas, a veteran engineer whose mind now worked with perfect clarity, capable of solving engineering problems in moments that once took days. While some embraced the awakening as a gift, others feared it as a curse. Governments debated how to handle these changes, some advocating for integration, others for isolation or containment. The Zalari emissaries grew more vocal in their warnings. Ambassador Tezer requested direct talks with Earth's leaders. You risk awakening a force that could destabilize your civilization and the wider galaxy. The artifact's power was sealed for a reason. We urge caution and restraint. Despite these warnings, humanity's collective curiosity and drive pushed forward. The artifact's energy seemed to unlock not only abilities, but also memories, ancient knowledge encoded in the very fabric of human DNA. One night, during a particularly intense surge of energy, Maya experienced a vision. She saw a great civilization. From Earth's distant past, humans who had harnessed the artifact's power to explore the stars and shape worlds. But they had chosen to hide their power, fearing it could fall into the wrong hands. The vision ended with a warning. The power was both a blessing and a responsibility. Those who wielded it must do so wisely. Meanwhile, factions within the Zalari grew divided. Some saw humanity's awakening as a threat to their dominance. Others as an opportunity to learn and grow together. Back on Earth, the awakening continued to spread, accelerating beyond expectations. Humanity was no longer the species the galaxy had assumed it was. The seeds of an ancient legacy were taking root once more. Captain Mara Jensen, appointed to oversee security around the artifact and the emerging powers, reflected on the profound change. We've awoken something we never knew we had. Now we must learn how to live with it and ensure it does not consume us. The artifact's glow pulsed steadily, a silent reminder that humanity's true power was no longer hidden. It was awake. The peaceful facade began to crack. The awakening of ancient power within humanity unsettled more than just the scientists and governments. Word of the artifact and the abilities it had unlocked spread quickly, reaching ears both hopeful and hostile. Among the Zalari, deep divisions emerged between those who saw cooperation and those who feared humanity's rise. Within the Zalari High Council, debates turned heated. Admiral Velos, a hardened veteran, warned, this power could upset the balance of the galaxy. We must take control before humanity grows too strong. Ambassador Tezer, more diplomatic but equally firm, responded, we cannot deny humanity's right to discover their past and future. We should guide, not dominate. Back on Earth, tensions rose as factions emerged among humans too. Governments wary of the unknown began imposing restrictions on those exhibiting newfound abilities. Some citizens resisted, fearing loss of freedom or control in the Himalayan research facility. The joint human-Zalari team worked tirelessly to understand the artifact's limits. Dr. Ramirez and Stay Lieutenant Kale met daily, trying to find common ground amid growing distrust. One evening, an urgent alert shattered the calm. A Zalari fleet was approaching Earth's orbit, larger and more aggressive than before. The Admiral's orders were clear: contain the artifacts, influence, and assert dominance if necessary. Captain Mara Jensen took command of Earth's defensive forces. We want peace, but we won't be bullied. Humanity's strength is not just in technology, but in unity and spirit. As the alien fleet neared, the artifact's energy surged, seemingly reacting to the threat. Across Earth, those awakened by its power felt a surge of strength, courage, and connection. In orbit, a tense standoff began. Auxiliary warships formed a blockade, demanding access to the artifact and its secrets. Earth's space fleet bolstered by human ingenuity and the newfound abilities of gifted pilots. Held position amid the escalating tension, a breakthrough occurred. Maya, now trained in controlling her powers, coordinated a daring mission. Using her ability to manipulate electromagnetic fields, she and a team infiltrated the flagship of Admiral Velos. Inside, they confronted the Admiral. Maya's calm voice resonated through the chamber. We do not want war. Humanity's power is not a weapon to conquer, but a legacy to protect. Velos sneered. You think your small band can stand against an empire? You underestimate us all. Suddenly, the artifact's energy flared, transmitting a pulse that resonated through the ship's systems. The alien weapons faltered, and confusion spread among the Zalari ranks. Mara Jensen's fleet seized the moment, signaling a ceasefire. This is your chance to choose cooperation or conflict. The Admiral hesitated, then reluctantly agreed. To talk back on Earth, Dr. Ramirez reflected on the fragile peace. The artifact's power is more than raw energy. It's a bridge between past and future, between species. Ambassador Sir, meeting with human leaders, voiced hope. Perhaps this is the moment the galaxy needed a chance for old rivalries to end. But beneath the hope, shadows remained. The artifact's power had awakened not only potential, but also fear and ambition. Both humans and Zalari knew the coming days would test their resolve. Captain Jensen prepared her crew. We faced the unknown before. Now, we face ourselves and what we choose to become. The galaxy watched as humanity stood firm, ready to defend its past and shape its destiny. The uneasy truce between Earth and the Zalari held, but beneath it, something far more profound was unfolding. The joint research teams delved deeper into the artifact's secrets, unlocking layers of history buried within its radiant core. What they discovered would change humanity's understanding of itself and its place in the galaxy. In a chamber deep inside the Himalayan facility, Dr. Alina Ramirez and Lieutenant Kale watched as the artifact projected an astonishing holographic sequence. Scenes of a distant past unfolded. A thriving human civilization advanced beyond current comprehension. Stretching across star systems, this civilization had mastered the very energy the artifact contained, harnessing it to terraform planets, travel faster than light, and communicate across vast distances instantly. But with power came great responsibility and great risk. The images revealed a pivotal moment, a choice made millennia ago by humanity's ancestors to conceal this power, to seal it away from the cosmos. The reason was clear. The galaxy, though vast, was filled with dangerous forces species that coveted power for domination by hiding the artifact and suppressing their abilities. Humanity had chosen survival through humility, waiting for the right moment to rise again. The Zalari scientists listened in awe and disbelief. Your species chose to hide what many would kill to possess, Ambassador Dezur remarked. That is wisdom rare among civilizations. Dr. Ramirez nodded. But that choice has left humanity fragmented and vulnerable. The awakening is not just power returning, it's a reckoning with our past. Back on Earth, news of the revelation sparked a mixture of pride and uncertainty. Humanity was no longer a fledgling species in a vast galaxy, was the heir of a lost empire, a secret legacy waiting to be reclaimed. Among those awakened by the artifact, a new determination grew. Maya, Thomas, and others trained diligently, learning not only to control their abilities, but to understand the weight of their heritage. Meanwhile, the Zalari High Council wrestled with the implications. Some saw humanity's revelation as a threat to their dominance, while others argued for alliance and shared stewardship of the galaxy's future. In a historic council session, Ambassador spoke plainly. The galaxy has changed. We face new challenges and threats that none of us can face alone. Humanity's power, once hidden, may be the key to balance and peace. Human leaders echoed the call. Earth extended an invitation to the Zalari Four, a new coalition, one based on trust, respect, and mutual growth. Yet, even as these diplomatic efforts unfolded, dark forces watched from the shadows. An interstellar empire known as the Krath, infamous for conquest and exploitation, had taken notice. They saw humanity's awakening not as a chance for peace, but as an opportunity to seize unmatched power for themselves. The stage was set for a new chapter, one where humanity's forgotten, past, and awakened. Power would be tested by forces both within and beyond. Captain Mara Jensen stood on the deck of the Resolute, the flagship of Earth's new space fleet. She gazed out at the stars, feeling the weight of history and the promise of the future. "We are not alone," she said quietly. "But this time, we are ready." The artifact's glow pulsed softly from the secure vault below, a constant reminder of the legacy humanity had reclaimed. And the journey yet to come. The formation of the coalition between humanity and the Zalari marked a turning point in galactic history. Both species, once wary and divided, now sought common ground, a partnership forged from necessity and newfound respect. Yet the alliance was fragile, tested by old fears and new ambitions. In the newly established Galactic Council chamber aboard the orbital station Unity, representatives from Earth and Zalari sat side by side. The air buzzed with a mixture of hope and tension. Dr. Alina Ramirez addressed the assembly. Humanity's awakening is not just about power, it's about responsibility. Our past taught us the dangers of unchecked ambition. We seek cooperation to build a future where all species thrive. Ambassador Dazor added, the Zalari recognize the value of this partnership. Together, we can face threats no single species can withstand. Outside the council chambers, joint training exercises brought human and Zalari forces together. Soldiers, scientists, and pilots learned from one another, blending technology and newfound abilities. Maya and Thomas, now leaders among the awakened humans, worked closely with Zalari counterparts to develop new strategies. Maya's control over electromagnetic fields enhanced ship defenses, while Thomas's engineering brilliance improved propulsion systems. Despite progress, underlying mistrust lingered. Some Zalari generals doubted humanity's readiness, while factions on Earth feared alien influence. The coalition's strength was soon tested. Sensors detected an approaching fleet massive. It's heavily armed and unlike anything seen before. Krath Empire had arrived. Their warships moved with calculated precision. Their intent clear: seize the artifact and crush any resistance. In the face of this imminent threat, the coalition unified. The Galactic Council declared a state of emergency, mobilizing all available resources. Captain Mara Jensen was appointed commander of the coalition fleet. Standing on the bridge of the Resolute, she addressed her crew. Battle for Earth or the Zalariates, a fight for our shared future. We fight not just with weapons, but with the power awakened within us. As the fleets engaged near the outer rim of the solar system, the artifact's energy surged once more. Across Earth, the awakened felt its call, drawing strength and clarity. Maya led a squadron of gifted pilots, their ships augmented by her abilities. Together, they executed daring maneuvers that outwitted the Krath's advanced tactics. Thomas coordinated engineering teams, keeping the fleet systems running at peak efficiency despite heavy damage. The battle was fierce and costly. Ships from both sides fell, and sacrifices were made. In a decisive moment, Maya tapped into the artifact's power remotely, sending a wave of energy that disrupted the craft's communications and weapon systems. The sudden blackout turned the tide, allowing coalition forces to press forward. Despite the victory, the cost was clear. The coalition had forged a bond in battle, but the war was far from over. Back on Earth, leaders convened to plan for the challenges ahead. The artifact's power was a gift, but also a beacon that could attract even greater dangers, Dr. Ramirez cautioned. We have awakened a force that can protect us, but we must remain vigilant. Unity and wisdom will be our greatest weapons. Ambassador Sir nodded. The galaxy watches. Our alliance will be a symbol of hope, or a target for those who fear change. Captain Jensen prepared her fleet for continued defense. Knowing the battles ahead would demand more than technology and power, they would require trust, courage, and the strength of a united people. As the coalition's starships returned to their posts, the artifact's light shone brightly. A reminder that humanity's forgotten legacy was now the key to the galaxy's future. The victory against the Krath had solidified the coalition's resolve, but left scars that ran deep. Both humanity and the Xylari faced the reality that their awakening and alliance had not only reshaped their own futures, but also rippled across the galaxy, drawing attention from distant, unseen forces. In the days following the battle, Dr. Alina Ramirez pored over data transmitted from the artifact. Its energy fluctuated unpredictably, responding not just to external threats, but to the emotions and intentions of those nearby. It was as if the artifact was a live and ancient sentinel waiting for humanity to prove its worth. Maya and Thomas continued their training, their abilities growing stronger and more refined. Maya could now create electromagnetic shields that bent light, rendering entire squads invisible for short periods. Thomas's mastery of the artifact's energy allowed him to design new technology that blurred the lines between machine and organic matter. Captain Mara Jensen coordinated with coalition forces to secure the solar system and expand their influence into nearby star systems. She understood the importance of diplomacy as well as strength. During a council meeting aboard Unity, Ambassador Tezer voiced a growing concern. Our victory has not gone unnoticed. Beyond the Krath, other civilizations observe with interest and caution. Some may seek alliance, others may see us as a threat. Human leaders agreed. The galaxy's delicate balance had shifted, and Earth's hidden legacy had become a beacon amid the political tensions. An unexpected visitor arrived, a being of immense power and enigmatic presence. The envoy called herself Saren, representing an ancient order known as the Keepers of the Nexus. They were custodians of galactic balance, watching over civilizations that wielded great power. Saren addressed the council with a solemn voice. The artifact you have awakened is one of many remnants of a time when the galaxy was shaped by beings of extraordinary energy. Your ancestors chose to hide this power, but it was never meant to be kept in isolation. The Nexus has been waiting for a species capable of wielding this legacy responsibly. She warned that unchecked power could lead to catastrophe, but she also offered guidance and knowledge to help humanity and their allies master their abilities. The council listened intently, recognizing the gravity of the moment. This was not merely a political alliance, but a chance to step into a greater cosmic role. Meanwhile, whispers of unrest stirred within certain human factions. Some feared the power as too great, too dangerous to be controlled. Others saw it as a means to elevate humanity above all else. Captain Jensen confronted these divisions. Our legacy is not a weapon for domination. It is a responsibility. We must choose unity over fear. In secret, the Krath regrouped, plotting their return with reinforcements and new tactics. The coalition knew the war was far from over. Yet, hope persisted. The artifact's light, now a symbol of both power and purpose, guided humanity forward. Maya stood beneath the stars, feeling the energy hum through her veins. "We are the inheritors of a forgotten legacy," she whispered. "It's our choice what we become." As the galaxy held its breath, humanity prepared not only to defend its place, but to redefine what it meant to be powerful, to be wise, to be united, and to be a true force for change. The galaxy's gaze had turned toward Earth not with disdain or dismissal, but with cautious respect. Humanity, once underestimated and overlooked, had awakened a power that demanded attention. But the true test was not in battles won or alliances forged. It was in what came next. Captain Mara Jensen stood on the bridge of the Resolute, watching as the coalition's ships sailed through the stars. Their mission had evolved from defense to exploration, from survival to leadership. The artifact, now secured within the Unity Station, pulsed steadily, beacon of hope and ancient knowledge. It was a reminder that humanity's past was a foundation, not a cage. Saren, the keeper of the Nexus, remained as a guide and mentor. She helped humanity and the Zolari unlock deeper secrets, teaching them to harmonize their abilities with the natural flow of the cosmos. Maya and Thomas, embodiments of humanity's potential, led teams that ventured beyond known space, seeking other remnants of the ancient legacy scattered throughout the galaxy. Each discovery expanded their understanding and their responsibility back on Earth. Societies began to change. The awakening had sparked a renaissance of creativity, science, and empathy. People embraced the idea that power was not to be wielded for domination, but to uplift and protect. Yet, the coalition remained vigilant. The Krath threat lingered a dark shadow on the horizon. But the coalition's unity, strengthened by shared trials and trust, formed a formidable defense. During a gathering on Unity, ambassadors spoke with quiet pride. "We stand at the threshold of a new era, one where cooperation transcends. Fear and strength is measured by the bonds we forge." Dr. Ramirez added, "The artifact was never just a relic. It is a catalyst, a challenge for humanity to rise to its true potential." Captain Jensen reflected on the journey. From the moment the artifact was discovered to the battles fought and alliances made, humanity had changed irrevocably. The galaxy would never see Earth the same way again, as the coalition prepared to embark on a joint mission to a distant star system. Maya looked to the stars with determination. "We carry the hopes of countless generations. Our power is not just what we can do, but who we choose to be." The artifact's glow brightened, filling the chamber with light, a symbol of awakening, unity, and endless possibility. The galaxy was no longer a place where humanity was dismissed or mocked. It was a place where humanity would lead, inspire, and protect. A new dawn had arrived.